Hey Paul, this is Tristan with Big Picture SEO. We spoke on the phone earlier today and I told you I'd shoot you this video showing you a couple different ways you can boost your online presence, and this is that video. So I don't want to take up a lot of your time with this, so I'm just going to get straight into it. Now before I tell you and show you a couple different things you can do, I want to show you where you currently lie in Google's ranks. So if you move over to this tool I like to use, it's called Ahrefs. I threw in your domain and it gives me websites analytics. And I'll explain what all of this means throughout the video, but I'm going to start with traffic and keywords here. So traffic is the amount of people that come onto your website a month, and as of now that's zero. And keywords are going to be the words and phrases that when Google indexes your site, they deem you want to be found and rank for. So we can go in and we can see, so Sherwin-Williams, Milford, Ohio, that has a 70 search volume. You're in the 33rd position, which means you're the 33rd website that pops up organically when that term is searched. And this was updated 4 days ago, so you could be like the 35th or the 32nd now. People usually, people usually move day to day when it comes to ranking. And then Paul Clemens, which is just your name, 60 searches a month, 39th position, and zero people are coming to you from that. So when it comes to keyword ranking, you're going to want to stay location oriented and buyer intent. So you're going to want to have things like Painters Ohio, or excuse me, Painters Cincinnati, Ohio, and Painters Cincinnati, and Painting Contractors Cincinnati. And I'll actually show you your number one competitor, which is 360 Painting. He gets 231 people a month on his website, and he's ranking with 30 keywords. So we can go in, we can see he has things like Cincinnati Painting, which has a search volume of 400. And all of these people are definitely in Cincinnati looking for painters because of hence the Cincinnati. And he's in the third position, which means he gets 50 people a month on his website. Cincinnati Painters, just add ERS instead of ING. He's got 400 searches coming from that. And then in the fourth position, he gets 40 people a month on his website. And then Painters Cincinnati, you just change that around. Another 400 searches, the fifth position, so it gets 31 people. And we could keep going through. You have Cincinnati House Painting, House Painters Cincinnati, Cincinnati House Painters, Interior Painting Cincinnati, Exterior House Painting. And it's not, so he's not getting all of his traffic from one place. It's by ranking with different keywords. Whenever people are looking this up on Google, they find him before they find other websites, so they're going to that. And the way that you're going to be able to boost yourself up after you have, well, the way that you're going to be able to get keywords on your website is obviously by going through, and you're going to want to rebuild this a little bit and add more content. And when I say content, I specifically mean words. That way you can actually add in the keywords and phrases in there. And I'm not saying like in every paragraph or in every other sentence you put, we're painters or we're Cincinnati painters and painting Cincinnati has never been so easy and blah, blah, blah. Because if you just put too many, they're going to overstuff that. And when Google indexes, they're going to see that you're spamming these keywords and they hate spam, so they're not going to let you rank. A good way to do it is by like titling, having your header as like something like Cincinnati's Painters or the best Cincinnati painting has to offer. You just got to be creative with the way that you write your content, and again, add in those keywords. That way, you can be found for that. And then the way that you're going to be able to boost yourself up in the ranking position-wise is with backlinks. And all a backlink is just a link within a website that refers back to you. So for example, if this was clickable, I would click it, it would take me back to your website, and that's a backlink. And then a referring domain is just going to be a website that has your link within it. So you have 11 websites linking back to you with a total of 298 links going directly to you. And we can go in and we can see where you're getting your power from. So it's going to be Pro Painter Corner. And this says here top 5 best painters in South New Jersey. So maybe you have a location out there, but this one isn't even linking to your New Jersey location if you do. And if you don't, then this is totally irrelevant to your location. And when Google sees that, they're going to be like, oh, this is not somebody in New Jersey. This is somebody who's targeting Cincinnati. So they're not going to draw that power. And then, again, in Atlanta. So I'm not sure if you have multiple locations, but if that's the case, you got to get those to the correct website or location page. But if not, you're not going to be ranking. We keep going. So Medford, Oregon. They got one here, 3 best rated for Cincinnati. Propane Corner. This is in Gainesville, Florida. Lubbock, Texas, or Lubbock, whatever it is. Riverside, California. So you're definitely gonna have to clean that up and make sure that you're getting the right links going to you. And one more thing with backlinks, they're not all created equal. This is probably the most important part. So I'm not saying go out and buy 500 links from a random website, because again, relevancy has everything to do with the power. When Google indexes that, they're going to see that like for example, if you got a Pizza Hut link, just like being ranking in, or excuse me, having a link from Gainesville, Florida, they're going to see that a Pizza Hut link has nothing to do with painting, and they're not going to transfer that power. And we can move over actually to your number one competitor here. So 24 backlinks he's beating you. So this is a prime example of not every link is the same. And also he has a high domain rating here because this is a national company. So his entire site, his domain is a 54. It has a 54 rating. But I mean specifically the path for Cincinnati is he's going to be getting 231 people with 7 referring domains, so 7 websites linking back directly to this link here, and then with 24 backlinks. And we can go in and we can see a lot of this is actually just going to be him linking to himself. So 360, 360 here, 360. He's got 360 here, about 360. But this is on cloudfront.net, so this is going to be like a page that is just talking about 360, linking to him. So the way that you're going to beat them out with this is things like guest posts and influential links and blogging. And a guest post is just you going out, and some websites that have a high domain rating will allow you to purchase a spot on their website, and they'll just let you list your link there. That way they can transfer the power back. And this can go from like $5 to $20 as a good baseline, but it can even go up to $100 if it's a really powerful site with like an 80 domain rating. You just got to know what you're looking for there. But definitely do your due diligence if you're looking into getting a guest post, because you don't want to buy a whole bunch from websites that don't even bring you power, and then they just take your money. And then the last thing I want to talk to you about is going to be citations. And a citation is just going to be your business's name and address and phone number, and you're going to list those inside of directories. And a directory is just a website that allows you to do that. So things like Yellow Pages and 3 Best Rated, like you were in, I think. Local database, easy local, Kev's Best, and expertise and houses and home advisor, and there's literally hundreds that you can go out and put yourself in. And there's really no downside when it comes to listing yourself inside of directories, because worst case scenario, you don't get any phone calls from that, but you'll have a higher outreach. And then also the more that you have, the higher you'll rank within the map pack, which is really good. Because when you're looking up Painting Cincinnati on your phone, which a lot of people are Googling on their phone, instead of a website button here, it'll be a click to call button. So that's how these companies here are getting their phone calls a lot of the time, is by listing high up in the map pack. Top 5 are getting calls almost every day. And that's pretty much the basics of ranking on Google. So again, you're going to want to go through your website, rewrite your content, add some more keywords and key phrases, put some pictures in there and save those properly with keyword rich content. Go out and get yourself some backlinks, link to yourself, get definitely some blogs. Another thing with blogs, I did mention that they're highly valuable in Google's eyes because it shows them that you're willing to give value out into the internet, just telling people how to do things, giving advice and whatnot, without asking for anything in return money-wise, only a link, and then they'll see that Good Samaritans are good in Google's eyes, and they'll push your ranks up since it makes you look more authentic and real. And then that's, like I said, that's the basics to ranking on Google. I do offer these services, so if this is something you feel like you might be interested in, feel free to reach back out to me. My number is 812-827-3138. Thank you for your time and have a good rest of your day.